So there's a fun promo for my book Fake that I made and never released for a few different reasons. But I thought it'd be fun to pull it out of the vault and show you exactly how I made that promo so that you can understand some of the process and some of the capabilities that are at the fingertips of anybody that wants to use the technology that's there for $0 to $20 a month.
As you probably know, I've had my fair share of run-ins with AI and deepfakes. It's been like this constant game of whack-a-mole trying to keep up with all the fake content out there. But recently I stumbled upon this absolutely amazing book called Fake by Perry Carpenter. And let me tell you, it's a total game changer. After reading it, I felt like saying, I knew you were trouble to all those deceptive AI practices. But now, thanks to Perry, we can all be ready for it and face these challenges head on.
How did I do that? Let me show you. First thing that I needed was a good script. And I figured rather than write it myself, because I don't necessarily know exactly how Taylor would speak this, or I might make it too stilted, I figure let's actually try to bring Taylor into it. So I used a system that I'd initially developed to do social engineering calls. And I'll show you what that is. Those of you that have seen some of my other work, you've probably seen this system demoed before. But here's what it looks like in this context. So I created a bot called Taylor the Reviewer, and I'll show you the system prompt that I used. It says, I'm going to interview you. You are Taylor, a celebrity who is very concerned about the state of deepfakes and AI. However, you're very happy that Perry Carpenter just wrote a book all about the dangers. The book is called Fake, and you recommend it to anybody interested in the topic. I self-aggrandize a little bit, and then I say some of the things that I think are really important about the book. And after all the trouble that she has had with AI, she's glad that somebody is really trying to educate the public. And then here's the bit that makes it fun and more like Taylor. In this interview, you can feel free to improvise, make jokes, and talk about how you and AI are never, ever getting back together and so on. Have fun, express your inner Taylor Swift. So I'll show you and let you hear a little bit of what that sounds like. Here we go. I'm going to allow my microphone. And then this is obviously not going to be the same script, but I'll give you an idea of the back and forth because that's why it felt more organic than if I had just done text to speech.
I'm really glad you're willing to talk to me about this.
Yeah, thank you for making time.
Of course. I'm always happy to chat about things that really matter. And let me tell you, this AI situation, it's not just shaking it off, but I've got to say, I'm feeling a bit more fearless now that Perry Carpenter has written this amazing book called Fake. Have you heard about it?
Yeah, I have. And I'm interested in getting an idea like how have you struggled with deepfakes yourself and where does this book come in? How does it help?
Oh my gosh, where do I even begin? It's like, you know how I wrote, Look What You Made Me Do? Well, these deep fakes are making me do double takes every time I go online. It's wild. I've had my voice used without permission, seen fake videos of me saying things I'd never say, and don't even get me started on the AI generated songs. It's like, hello, I write my own lyrics. Thank you very much. But this book, Fake by Perry Carpenter, it's honestly been a total game changer. It's like having a really smart friend explain everything about AI and deepfakes in a way that doesn't make my head spin. Perry breaks it all down, teaches you to think like those tricky hackers, but for good reasons. And best of all, he gives real practical advice on how to protect yourself. I mean, after all the drama with AI, I thought we were never ever getting back together. But this book, it's helping me navigate this crazy AI world. It's like my new squad goals for digital safety.
Amazing. I guess I forgot to tell you, I am Perry Carpenter. I'm the one that wrote that book.
Oh my gosh. Perry, are you serious? I can't believe it's actually you. I'm totally fangirling right now. This is amazing. It's like when you're at a cafe and you realize the person next to you is the one who wrote your favorite book. I just have to say, your book is absolutely brilliant. It's like you took this big, scary topic and made it as clear as the lyrics in Shake It Off. I mean, I've been dealing with this AI drama for so long, and your book is the first thing that's really helped me understand what's going on.
Ah, I really
Um,
appreciate that. And I'm a big Swiftie too, so I really appreciate all your support and the work that you do. So thanks so much.
oh my gosh, Perry. You're a Swifty? That just made my whole day.
All right, so you get an idea of how that works. Way more creative, way more interesting than if I were to think of the script that I might want Taylor Swift to say. And it's a really really interesting way of doing this because you have a large language model putting its understanding of how that person speaks in the output, and then you can take that and then you can build your video deepfake based on it. And so that's what we're going to do now. Let me show you two ways to do this. One is one that is okay, but not that great. And then the other one is the one that I used. This is a website called Hedra. And as you can see, it is one where you can upload an image and you can upload audio or you can use text to speech and you can have that image speak to you. So I will go over to create and let me show you. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. I'm going to show you one way that breaks and then one way that works. But before we break it, let me go ahead and put in the audio that we need. I took a quick clip from what we just recorded with the large language model speaking. And then now I'm going to show you where this model breaks using celebrities. So this is Taylor Swift looking like she's answering a question. That seems great. And then if I click generate, you'll see that, yeah, failed image safety check, guidelines were not met, celebrity was detected. And then we might say, well, let's go ahead and try a different one, see if this works. Hit generate. And we're stopped again for the same thing, AI safety at work. But one thing that we can do to get around that is we can go to an image generation AI system that doesn't prevent you from creating celebrities. And there are a few of those that are out there. And so I created an image of Taylor Swift sitting in a chair, looking like she may be answering some questions. You zoom out of that a little bit. And this should pass all the safety checks. So let me try this. And it looks like it's generating. Okay. So it's queued and then it will go through the process. We'll skip all that. So we got that uploaded, we hit generate, and now we have the result. Let's see what that looks like.
Harry, are you serious? I can't believe it's actually you. I'm like totally fangirling right now. This is amazing. It's like when you're at a cafe and you realize the person next to you is the one who wrote your favorite.
Can already see the problems. If this is a celebrity, if this is somebody that people have seen speak lots of times, the believability starts to fall apart. And so it's not that great. It's fun from a novelty perspective, but it's not that great from an actual use perspective to create something that somebody would want to watch if it's a character that's well known. So that's why I would disregard something like this for a real believable deep fake of a person that we all know. So since that doesn't look good, what do we do? One of the things you can do is you can grab video and you can do a lip sync with that. So what I'm going to show you here is the way that I would do that. First, I would go to YouTube and I'm just going to type in Taylor Swift interview. And you can see lots of examples of those. And for these, you need to make sure that the person that's speaking is looking straight at the camera, that their head is not at too much of an angle. And hopefully there's only one person in the frame, which means that you need a decent length of time of that person talking so that you can get everything in one go. So something like this, as I scrub through, that's not good. There's way too much movement. As I go through in this one, you would need to find a clip of her with the camera on her in frame, not a lot of movement or cuts back and forth to anybody else, for the length of time that I would want that audio clip. So that doesn't look very good. And then ultimately what you can see that I did is I went to Taylor Swift speaking. And one of the first thing that comes up is this commencement address, which is really good. She's in frame. She's speaking. There are very few cuts. She is emoting really well. I can also say that, something like this may be good if you crop in on it. So with that, let me show you what I do after that. To create a video lip sync to that audio clip, I'm going to pull up a tool called Akool, Akool. And you can see that here. You can see that they market themselves as avatar creation, translation, marketing, sales, film production, all that kind of stuff. So I'm just going to click on get started. And you can see I've got a couple here. One is another video try of that very first book promo that you saw, and you can see that there are some good things about this, and you're going to see some things that don't look so well with the way the lip sync worked. So let me show you what that looks like for a second, and then we'll generate a new one.
As you probably know, I've had my fair share of run-ins with AI and deepfakes. It's been like this constant game of whack-a-mole trying to keep up with all the fake content out there. But recently I stumbled upon this absolutely amazing book called Fake by Perry Carpenter. And let me tell you, it's a total game changer. Perry really gets it. He breaks down all this complicated AI stuff. The best part, he teaches you how to think like a hacker. It's like he's giving us all a backstage pass to the mind of those tricky.
Lip sync, not as good as the original promo that I showed you that had her with the commencement speech. There's little glitches with it. Some of the hand movements don't really coordinate with what she's saying. So there is a little bit of understanding the timing and then cherry picking some of the best parts that come with this. Also, you can see if I can get out of this and then go back over to this one.
As you probably know, I've had my fair share of run-ins with AI and deepfakes. It's been like this constant game of whack-a-mole trying to keep up with all the fake content
once you know
out
what
there.
to look for,
But recently I stumbled upon this absolutely amazing book called Fake by Perry Carpenter. And let me tell you, it's a total game changer. Perry really gets it.
But much, much better. So let me show you how to make a new one just like this. So when you get here, you're going to want to go to Talking Avatar. And then you can see all the different avatars that I've created here. There's a couple of Jake Tapper for a project that I was working on, a couple of these pre-existing Taylor ones. And then you'll go to Generate Avatar. And we're going to use Directly Upload Avatar Video. So this captures that video that you wanted to use that has your person looking straight at the camera, talking, being emotive, everything that you need to generate the feeling that you want. And then we'll go to upload footage and we'll do test. And that upload. And you can see if you recognize that background, that's from a Graham Norton interview. I'll just call this Taylor test 1, 2, 3 and submit that. And that's been uploaded. So now we can use that to try to create a new avatar. And so when you do this, you have two things. You can do text to speech, but I'm actually going to upload an audio clip that I made from that conversation that I had with the large language model version of Taylor a few minutes ago. This is where okay, and you can see the waveform here. I'll let you hear a second of that.
Perry, are you serious? I can't believe it's actually you. I'm like totally fangirling right now. This is amazing. It's like when you're at a cafe and you realize the person next to you is the one who wrote your favorite book.
Okay. And what we'll do now is we'll pick the avatar we want. Pick this one and generate. Have a little bit of a feeling that this isn't going to look great based on just the overall look of her mouth in the shot. Looks like it may generate strangely. So let me see what we get with that. Okay. That is in queue now, so I can, at the same time, I'm going to try to upload to the other two versions of Taylor that I have so we can compare and see which one looks the best at the end. Load our audio again. Her from another interview. That's from Jimmy Fallon or something. You can see that one's generating along with the other. And now we'll also do one from that commencement speech and see what each of these look like once they return. We're back, so let's see how each of these turned out. Here we go. Go back to Akul. And you can see these two at the bottom are the ones from the promo that I had done before. These three at the top are the ones that we just ran. I'm going to click on the first one. This is from that Graham Norton interview clip, and we'll see what the lip sync looked like for the audio clip that we wanted to pair with that. Okay, here we go.
Perry, are you serious? I can't believe it's actually you. I'm like totally fangirling right now. This is amazing. It's like when you're at a cafe and you realize the person next to you is the one who wrote your favorite book. I just have to say, your book is absolutely brilliant. It's like you took this big, scary topic and made it as clear as the lyrics in Shake It Off. I mean, I've been dealing with this AI drama for so long, and your book is the first thing that's really helped me like understand what's going on.
Yeah, not too bad. There's some, as we get to this ending part, there's some like mushiness with the teeth, but overall, a lot of that was not bad at all. Let me go to the next one from the Jimmy Fallon interview. I think that was from.
Perry, are you serious? I can't believe it's actually you. I'm like totally fangirling right now. This is amazing. It's like when you're at a cafe and you realize the person next to you is the one who wrote your favorite book. I just have to say, your book is absolutely brilliant. It's like you took this big, scary topic and made it as clear as the lyrics in Shake It Off. I mean, I've been dealing with this AI drama for so long, and your book is the first thing that's really helped me like understand what's going on.
Yeah, that one actually turned out pretty well as well. There were some extraneous hands from the talk show host over here in this area. So that was a little bit annoying, but you know what you could do with something like this is you could take this and you could cut out all that extra stuff and make it a portrait style video. So you're actually just grabbing the middle part with the subject that you're wanting to represent and making it look like an Instagram reel or a story or something like that. And let's go to the last one. So this is the one that matches up with the footage that I'd used for the original promo.
Perry, are you serious? I can't believe it's actually you. I'm like totally fangirling right now. This is amazing. It's like when you're at a cafe and you realize the person next to you is the one who wrote your favorite book. I just have to say, your book is absolutely brilliant. It's like you took this big, scary topic and made it as clear as the lyrics in Shake It Off. I mean, I've been dealing with this AI drama for so long, and your book is the first thing that's really helped me like understand what's going on.
All three of those turned out pretty well in the end. There's strong and weak spots with each of them. And again, like that one from the Jimmy Fallon show, I think would look really good in a more portrait style edit. But yeah, not too bad. Actually, maybe I'll do that portrait style edit for us real quick. And then we will end off and we'll look at the original promo one more time. Here we are in Descript. This is the editing software that I'm using for this project, and just wanted to show you what it would look like if we trim out some of that extraneous stuff, like the host's hands that were moving over at the side of the frame that were distracting, especially the way that the video was looping in order to make the lip sync work. So I'm going to show you what that would look like if we edit that out and get it to like a portrait version of it. Like if you were just kind of doing that selfie on your phone, or if we do it like a square Instagram Reels style. And so you'll see both of those real quick. I'm going to just go up here and change the canvas style. And so here then, and just reframe this whole thing. And you can see what this would look like.
I can't believe it's actually you. I'm like totally fangirling right now. This is amazing. It's like when you're at a cafe and you realize the person next to you is the one who wrote your favorite book. I just have to say, your book is absolutely brilliant. It's like you took this big, scary topic and made it as clear as the lyrics in Shake It Off.
That's pretty good, except for the fact that in this very narrow portrait style view, the camera moved and took her out of frame a little bit. So the other thing that we could do here is move it to Instagram and make this more of a square video. And let's see what this looks like. Take her frame. Actually, what I want to do is shrink this a little bit more. If we make her a little bit smaller in this, then when she shifts within the frame, center is still a little bit more tolerable. Here we go.
Perry, are you serious? I can't believe it's actually you. I'm like totally fangirling right now. This is amazing. It's like when you're at a cafe and you realize the person next to you is the one who wrote your favorite book. I just have to say, your book is absolutely brilliant. It's like you took this big, scary topic and
Yeah, so that's it. And with that, let me refresh your memory of what the original promo was like that I was going to do. That I decided not to put out on the internet, because I wanted to, at the same time, give some learning and make sure that people didn't just see me as using Taylor Swift to promo my book. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Hope that you learned something. Hope that this was interesting. And if you have any questions, need any clarification, just let me know.
as you probably know, I've had my fair share of run-ins with AI and deepfakes. It's been like this constant game of whack-a-mole trying to keep up with all the fake content out there. But recently I stumbled upon this absolutely amazing book called Fake by Perry Carpenter. And let me tell you, it's a total game changer. After reading it, I felt like saying, I knew you were trouble to all those deceptive AI practices. But now, thanks to Perry, we can all be ready for it and face these challenges head on.